Hi, hello everybody. Namaste. I am T.S. Mallisa Prasad, Chairman for the Bharathiya Vajra Party. If we travel anywhere in India in the trains, north to south or east to west, we can observe at the adjacent of the railway tracks the old waste rails and sleepers everywhere, almost everywhere. These are all useless, and we planned in such a way that these useless waste rails and sleepers, they should be utilized for the public, for the safety of the public, and we can use it in many ways. Indian railways are using maximum steel for the nation to build new railway lines and also to replace the old railway tracks. The most common length for broad gauge rails is 13 meters. Meter gauge rails are usually 12 meters in length, and narrow gauge rails vary, but the commonest length is 9 meters. A lot of rails come from the Steel Authority of India, SAIL, a public sector company which makes rails at its Bhilai steel plant. It is the second largest rail suppliers in the world. SAIL supplies almost all the 52 kg per meter rails used by the Indian Railways, and some of them are 60 kg per meter rails. It supplies the basic needs of 13 meters, 26 meters, and 80 meters rail, and is now manufacturing the 240 meters and also 260 meters welded rail panels as well, prepared to purchasing them. No one watches this because no one knows this. Indian Railways was using about 400,000 tons of steel rails every year. Sufficient, it is sufficient for 4,000 kilometers of track. It means 100 tons per kilometer is to be used. Although most of the new rails are used for the replacement of the old and defective rails. Starting in 2004, the project demand is up to 7,50,000 tons of new rails, mainly because of the use of heavier rails. Lakhs of crores of rupees is there in the rail budgets since the replacement of the rails started. And you can watch this in the budgets. Here, God knows the top level corruption figures in purchasing the new rails and selling the old rail and sleepers as scrap. To control this to maximum extent, in selling the rails and scrap, the scrap can be utilized to maximum extent for the public safety as dividers in the middle of the entire roadways in India and on the borders of hill rock mountains, in the valleys area, and on the banks of the canals or rivers. The replaced old rail track scrap is going misused or left as useless on both sides of the adjacent railway lines. We can watch this throughout India. Lakhs of crores of rupees corruption in handling this will be involved without the public notice, and the recovered amount of the selling scrap will be very less when compared to purchasing. No one watches this because no one knows this. Now SAIL is selling the rails to Indian Railways for 1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs per ton weight. In general, we can utilize the scrap for the safety of the public and the public property. We can save many accidents and lives. We can use these rails and sleepers scrap with minimum corruption. The Indian government should instruct the railways to give these rails and sleepers scrap free to the roads and buildings and irrigation departments or any other department in every state and national highways authorities. Here, they have to bear only the transportation charges. I mean to say, here, they have to bear only the transportation charges. We can use the rails and sleeper scraps after replacing them on the railway track as the dividers on the center of the roads, and we can utilize maximum width of the roads and the road crossings. In this way, according to the flow of the traffic, we can also utilize the space in between the dividers as the parking places for the vehicles. The roads and buildings, irrigation, national and state highway departments can receive the rails and sleepers scrap from the railway department with minimum transport charges only. They need not have heavy transport charges because they can get them from the nearest railway tracks only. We should not waste or prolong or late in using our public property in any manner. In the same way, We should also control the corruption up to the maximum level in all levels. Our Bharathiya Vajra Party policy is to involve all people in India to force to implement the state and central governments for root level solutions. We fight for the root level solutions only. If we follow this, we can prove our Indians are the most intelligent, clever, economical, cultural, traditional people in the world. We don't hurt anyone. We are all one and we are friendly with everyone. We are all the Indian diamonds. Namaste.